Hi everyone, Kaary here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing great today. So I know today is Friday, it's not Saturday, but I told you on my previous video and also on social media that today we were gonna have a video instead of tomorrow, because today is the day that we decided we were going to upload this video for the Sims Tales collab that I'm a part of. My dearest friend Camila asked me to be a part of this and I said yes. And in this collab there are a lot of other simmers. We have the Sim stream, we have Miss Unfortunate, and a lot of other simmers that are so very much talented. And I just was really I felt really good when she asked me to be a part of this. So yeah, she told me that the topic for this collab was actually winter stories, because Christmas is coming and a lot of people are celebrating Christmas in winter. In my case it's summer, but still I really like the idea of a winter build. I don't do them very often, so I wanted to do this one. And when she told me that idea, she said that the story could be based under a real story, it could be something that we created or anything that we could find. And when she told me it was winter, I decided to build a house for a fairy, but I couldn't find any stories that were winter stories that had fairies on them. So I had to Google quite a lot and at the very end I found this story of a snow fairy, and I actually really liked it. And I realized that it's more than one story, but I only read the first one. And I'm gonna put the link of the stories down below in the description in case you want to read them. They're actually really nice. I really like them. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this story, because it's about a snow fairy that was born during winter, and she was nice and warm inside her house, but she knew she had to go outside to get some fresh air, but she would be cold if she did. Finally she did, and when she went outside she started shivering. So a rabbit noticed that and asked her if she was cold, and he offered her a cup of hot chocolate. The snow fairy said yes, and the rabbit asked her to go into his den, but the fairy said she'd wait outside because they didn't know each other. So the rabbit agreed because they were strangers, but after he brought her the cup of hot chocolate, they introduced themselves and then they became friends. So that's basically all about the first story, and it doesn't describe that much how the environment is or how the fairy house is. So I just created what I thought would suit this fairy. But in my version, I decided that I wanted it to have space for more than one fairy. So this house actually has 2 bedrooms with 2 double beds, so that both are accessible for both sides. So you can have up to 4 Sims here, because I wanted this house to be functional for everyone. And so if you want to play with this house, you can actually do it. You can download it from the gallery and you can play with it. So yeah, this house has 2 bedrooms and 1.5 bathrooms, completely functional, everything works. And I was really excited to share this with you guys, because this is one of the nicest things I've done. This is one of the biggest projects I've worked on. Even though the house is not that big, I think everything works really nice in this house. So I actually really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are doing so when you're watching this video. And yeah, remember that there's gonna be a playlist in the description where you can go and check all the other videos from this collab. You're more than welcome to go there and participate, like watching the videos and enjoy them, because all of us worked really hard in these builds and in these collabs, and we just want you to enjoy them as much as we did when we were building them. And I gotta say, this video looks like the house and everything came out really easily. This is actually the 5th time that I built this house. So it took me 5 attempts to actually create something that I liked. It wasn't easy. I moved this from this 40 by 40 lot in Brindleton Bay to the 30 by 30 one because I thought it would be better if this house was smaller. Then I moved it back because I wanted the waterfall that you saw at the very beginning. I didn't show you how I built it because it took me more than an hour to do it. And yeah, it was just a struggle, so I decided not to show you that. But it basically used the fountain tool, I used debug rocks, and I used the debug waterfall that we got with Island Living. In case you want to recreate it or something, I also used the tool mod a lot in this build because as I raised up the terrain, it wasn't easy to make the items and everything just snap to the grids, so I had to use the terrain tool for that a lot. But basically that's what I used for the waterfall. In case you are wondering how I did it, that's the way I did it. And yeah, we're now in the interior of this house, and the interior, I just loved it. I'm so glad that we got the platform tool because it made this house look so much better. It looks nicer than if we didn't have the platform tool. And for the interior, it doesn't scream like snowy because I focused the interior more to be like for fairies, so you can use this build in any season that you want. And yeah, I thought it would be better that way instead of just focusing this build on winter. Even though the main idea was that it was a winter build, I think the interior could be more like have more natural stuff, like more into nature because they're fairies. So that's what I decided to do. When I realized that we had that rug that I used, I don't exactly remember the pack. Maybe it's from Eco Lifestyle, but I'm not sure. I just thought it was perfect. It was so perfect for this build. And yeah, as I said before, I wanted this house to be functional for your Sims. So you just, it's not decorational only, so you have everything your Sims may need. The only thing that I missed was a computer, and that's because that really was not, it was not good for the aesthetics of this build. The only TV that I used was this one that we got with Eco Lifestyle. And yeah, I thought that was more than enough. They don't need much technology in this build because it doesn't work with all the natural stuff that I'm using. So I used a lot of seasons here, actually. Seasons, Eco Lifestyle, and Snowy Escape, I think, are the most used items, packs that I used, because I used a lot of wall decorations that were from Seasons and Eco Lifestyle, and also I used a lot of things that we got with the Snowy Escape pack because they scream natural to me. I don't know why. Well, Seasons have a lot of, I don't know, of items that are with plants and stuff. So yeah, I thought that pack was perfect. So you see me putting a lot of decor on the windows, and that's because I wanted it to look like it was for a fairy. As I said before, everything is completely functional, so you won't have any problems playing with this. But still, I put a lot of decorations here, and on the walls you can see. And I had some struggle with the platform tool because you see when you put when you put an item that it's too close to the limit of the platform and you try to rotate it, it just goes down. I think it goes to the ground level, so I don't know, it wasn't easy. But I think that's the only problem that I had with the platform tool. Here in the kitchen, this is actually the kitchen and dining area, I loved to use the backsplash that we got with Snowy Escape, just because it has these mountains and it looks really natural and really zen, and I just loved it. And I think it looks good with this window that we got with the Realm of Magic pack. Most of the windows are from that pack, from the Realm of Magic pack, and also Strangerville, I think. So yeah, you can see now that this is not a pack restricted build at all. I used a lot of different packs. I used this table from Cats and Dogs and these bar stools from Snowy Escape, and I think they look really nice. I tried to use a lot of wood tones and plants and stuff like that because this is a tree house basically for a snow fairy. And this table was my major discovery when I was building this house, because I didn't know that we had them. They came with the snow escape pack and I didn't know that we had them, and I didn't know that they came in that color swatch. So I tried to find the other one that's for 6 Sims, that came with this pack as well, but it doesn't have these colors and it doesn't have the flowers and stuff. So I decided to put 2 of the smaller ones and just put them together, so it looks like it's a bigger table. I just really like how it looks, and I wanted a lot of color in this build because fairies are really colorful, plants are colorful, and flowers and stuff. So yeah, I struggled quite a lot actually. I didn't struggle a little, I struggled a lot choosing different color schemes and stuff that would match for this build. And I know some things, you can see them from the inside, like these hanging plants that I put outside. It's kind of a pergola or something. I don't remember the pack that we get it with, but I just didn't mind that you could see the plants on the inside because it works with the vibe of this build. So I thought it was very interesting to have something like that. You can see that it's going to happen as well in the bathroom, and also in the bedrooms I put a lot of plants. So yeah, I think it works with the aesthetics of this build, so I didn't mind that much. But yeah, I used a lot of different things here. The kitchen is not that cluttered, but I put some plants. I used the bonsai tree that we got with the snow escape pack because I just love it. I think it's my favorite plant. I used to have my favorite plant. It was the base game one that's really big. But now I think the bonsai tree is actually my favorite plant because I love bonsai trees in real life. I wish I had one. I think I've said that before. But yeah, I just loved it. This is the bathroom. It's really big. This is one of the biggest bathrooms I've built in my life. And it doesn't have that much in it. It's just a sink, a tub, and a toilet. But it has some clutter, and it just has the vibe of the kind of bathroom I was wanting to build for this house. So this is a whole separate area of the house. So you have to go outside to get to this part of the build. And I just thought it would be so interesting to have these big windows that we got with the Realm of Magic pack, and the tub from Get Famous, because that tub has a swan and it screams natural to me. Like it's nature. It's a swan. And I tried to put a shower as well because taking a bath actually takes quite a lot of time in The Sims, but I just couldn't fit one without making it look weird. So I just left the tub in there so your Sims can take a bath all the time. And I don't know, I think this is the first time that I actually use this tub, and I love it. I think it's perfect for this build. And I used this kind of bench or sitting area here to put some plants and some towels, because I thought it was nice to have something like that in there. And as that bench is made out of rocks, I thought it was perfect for this build. So yeah, I used a lot of clutter, and I just gotta say that I haven't seen any of the other videos. I don't know what the other simmers are building. I can't wait to watch them because I'm really excited about that. And I think we all took this very seriously, and we all wanted to impress you guys with the builds that we were working on. Personally, I've been working on this build for like 3 weeks now. It took me quite a lot of time to decide on what I wanted to show you today. So yeah, it's just a lot of work. I think this is the build that's taken me the longest to finish, just because it's so not in my comfort zone. This is a fantasy build. This is not something that I'm used to build. I'm more into modern style houses and things that are more like real. So yeah, coming up with an idea for this was really hard, and after 5 attempts I finally made it. But I really wanted you guys to be surprised with this kind of build. That's why we decided to show like a teaser picture of what we were going to show you today. So yeah, I'm just really excited. I can't wait to watch the other videos. I don't know what they built. I have a vague idea of what they did, but I cannot imagine how it looks. So yeah, I invite you guys to do the same. Once you finish this video, you can go to the link down below and just watch all the other videos from the other simmers that were part of this collab, because yeah, I said it before, but it's never said enough. They're so talented. They deserve all your love. And yeah, this is the second bedroom. I talked over the first one. I thought this one would suit better the snow fairy herself because of the color scheme. It has a lot of blue tones. The colors of the wood, it's something that I haven't used before, and I never used this dresser that we got with the outdoor retreat pack, and I never used it in that color. I didn't know we had that reddish tone for the woods in that pack. So I was really surprised when I found it, and I thought it suited perfectly the style of this room and the color scheme that we were going for. Also, what I did with the mirror there, you saw it, I chose the mirror, the rounded one that we got with the spade, I think, and I put that flower crown, or I don't know how it's called, but I put it there. That came with seasons, I think. Yeah, seasons. And I made it bigger, I sized it up, and then I put it in front of the mirror so it looks more natural. And I used a lot of these kind of mushroom plants that we got with the Realm of Magic pack, because they give this kind of fantasy style to the build, and I think it looks amazing. And I gotta say that I used a lot of these glowing lights that we got with the Realm of Magic pack as well, because I thought that they would represent like pixies maybe, because pixies and fairies are different things, and pixies are smaller and they are just like a glowing light that's floating. So I thought it would be so nice to have something like that and to create a whole environment for the snow fairy, because I wanted to have more than just the house. So I thought that this snow fairy would live surrounded by pixies that you will see where they live in just a few seconds. And also there are some other creatures that I put here as well. But just because I wanted this build to glow, I used this lantern that we got with the Snow Escape pack. I sized it down and I put them into the mushrooms, into the bigger ones, so the other ones glow as well. You saw how it looked. And yeah, I just loved all those ideas that I had. I tried to put some more windows in there, even though you cannot access that third floor, I would call it. And you can still have some more decor there. And of course, as I wanted this house to be functional for all Sims and not just to tell the story of the snow fairy, I put here outside this flower arrangement table, and I also put an easel at the very end of the video. You will see it. But because I thought if you don't want to play with a fairy in this house, we cannot do that because we don't have fairies in The Sims 4. Maybe the sim that wants to live here, they are just into flowers and nature, so they have this flower arrangement table and they can just sell the flower arrangements that they do or stuff like that. So I thought that would be really interesting, and that would be a good way to get some money. And that's why also I got the easel as well, because painting is the easiest way to get money in The Sims 4. And I'm using this journey sculpture or something that we got with the Nifty Knitting pack. I don't know what they will represent. I just wanted to use them because I've never used them before. And I thought that maybe they would be small creatures that live under the mushrooms, so that's why they are all under the mushrooms. And there's one in front of the gate that I put, but like the bridge. But maybe that one is just the guardian of the bridge. Yeah, gotta say that the bridge is not functional. I didn't want to make it functional because I had to use some floorings and stuff, and yeah, it wouldn't have looked as perfect as it looks now. So this one, the bridge, I got it with the Snow Escape pack. It's actually in the debug menu. Your Sims can still go inside the house. Everything is completely functional. You can go inside the house, just surrounding the build, and you go to the back of the build, and there is the stairs, and you saw them. And I'm using these bird houses here to simulate that the pixies live in there. So I put a few of them, and I cover them with this pergola thing, the same one that I used inside the house. And I thought that this thing would cover the houses from the snow or from the wind or anything. So yeah, I thought that the pixies would live in there, maybe the other creatures as well if you want. But yeah, I just wanted to use them. I never used them before. I think we got them with the backyard stuff, but I'm not sure. I've used the one that we got with the Eco Lifestyle pack, but it wasn't as colorful as these ones, so I decided to use these ones instead. And I'm putting some lanterns here, but these ones are not the ones that I used. These ones are, I don't remember the pack, but I used these ones that we got with the backyard stuff, I think. I'm pretty sure these ones are from the backyard stuff. But these ones look that they're hanging from the pergola, so I thought they would be perfect, and they just bring so much light to this area because it was really dark, and I thought pixies would need more light because they bright. So yeah, they're bright and they need it. But of course I had to put some stuff that the game requires for a functional house. So I used the mailbox that we got with the Snow Escape pack because it's the smallest one, and it can be put on a window, on the wall, and that's it. And the whole thing, the whole build actually was inspired by these trees. I think these ones we got them with the movie Hangout pack, and I love them because they have these lanterns hanging from the branches, and also they have so nice colors, so really, yeah, they're really vibrant, and they give more light to the build. And here is the snow fairy and the rabbit that are the characters of this story. I wanted to put them in there, so I used the mannequin that we got with the Get to Work pack, and I dressed it with a costume that we got with the Spooky Stuff pack. I put that rabbit that I don't know if it comes with a pack or if it's base game, I don't remember. And I put a cup of coffee in the hand of the rabbit. But yeah, once again, I encourage you guys to go and watch the other Simmers videos because they're really, really amazing. And yeah, we're now in the screenshots, so remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and also go and watch the other videos if you enjoyed the speed build. And also follow me on social media. The links are all in the description down below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Enjoy the screenshots. Goodbye.